Welcome back. We continue to celebrate Black History Month, and I'm here with Lloyd Williams, the owner and publisher of SEMO Urban Voices, a newspaper here in Cape. Good morning. How we doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good. And so let's talk a little bit about what is SEMO Urban Voices.
Well, SEMO Urban Voices is a publication, print and digital, that is providing a platform for the African American community to have a voice in their own affairs, to be able to speak to or address issues that concern them.
That's amazing. And so you're the owner and the publisher of this newspaper. So why did you decide to start something like this?
Well, I noticed that, I've lived in the urban area quite a few years, and every place that I lived, Kansas City, Milwaukee, whatever, they always had a Black newspaper.
Yeah.
And you could keep up with what's going on in your community. I came to Cape and I was wondering, how do the people communicate around here?
Yeah.
And then we have an area here in Southeast Missouri that's made up of a bunch of scattered communities. And we seem to be a little disconnected. So I thought the paper would be a platform that could provide some sense of communication,
Of course.
Expression, and maybe get us all sharing information with each other.
Yeah, that's incredible. And so how can people go about finding one of these newspapers? I'm going to hold this up so that people can, take a look at this. How can people find out more about getting one of these?
Okay, we're online at SEMO Urban Voices, and it's also distributed in the various communities in the Boot Heel, within the Boot Heel, and across in Southern Illinois.
And so then you create this whole newspaper. Do you do this? Is this something that you have recently learned how to do, or how does that work? I can't imagine creating a newspaper, by yourself.
I'm learning as I go.
Yes.
I started this. This is the second version of this. Started it back in 2009 as a Crossroads. And I did that for several years before I retired and moved away. Came back and people started asking me, where's the newspaper? So I revised it under a new name.
That is so neat. I mean, it's incredible. And so are you the one that puts together all of the stories in this newspaper? Or do you have other people that kind of help out and work with you?
A lot of it is me, but also a lot of it is information that I gleaned from people submitting information or telling me about different things.
Most definitely.
And asking me to come around. I just recently visited with Mr. Easton with the Mounds African American Museum, which is a very interesting place. People should go see that.
Of course.
So I'll be featuring him and his museum and other things like that to give exposure to some of these places that a lot of us don't even know about, and they're right here in our own backyard.
Right, exactly, not far away at all. And so that brings me to my next question. So this isn't just for Cape residents. You go further than just Cape Girardeau, like you said, Mounds, and are there any other towns that you explore?
We're distributed all over the Boot Heel.
Oh, wow,
From,
okay.
the Arkansas state line to Poplar Bluff to Charleston, and again across the river. So it covers what I consider the Southeast Missouri, Southern Illinois region.
Oh, so that is super neat. And something that I've been asking everyone that's been coming on to the show is, obviously we're celebrating Black History Month for the month of February, but that's something that needs to be celebrated year round.
Correct.
So in your eyes, how can we celebrate Black History Month 365 days of the year?
Black history is American history.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't trying to separate the two.
Right.
It's one history, and exposure, knowledge, discussion. These are all things that maybe will bring us a little closer together and understand what America's all about.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's amazing. And so one more time, how can someone go ahead and get a newspaper from you if they want one?
There's several places here in Cape. There's several places in some of the areas in Sykeston, Poplar Bluff. It's across the Boot Heel in various locations. I've got people who put the paper out and distribute it for me in these areas.
And then you also have a website, is that correct?
I have a website called SEMO Urban Voices, and they can go to there and join and subscribe to the paper.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, Lloyd, thank you so much for joining us on The Breakfast Show, too, and talking a little bit about SEMO Urban Voices. This is such a neat newspaper, so you guys should definitely go and check out his website, check out one of these newspapers, and go ahead and go adventure and see some more of the Black history here in the Heartland, because like you said, like over in Mounds, there is so much to offer and so much history out
This
there.
area has a lot of history.
Yes, for
This
sure.
whole area has a lot of history.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. We'll be back in just a bit.